Hey, welcome to the Closing Beat, everybody. Happy Monday. How you doing out there? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. It's our quick stock market update show that we do. Cover the stock market, all the good things that are going on throughout the day. We'll teach you something new, hopefully, maybe something you never learned before, and we'll dive into it. We're financial advisors here at Jazz Wealth. Hope you check us out at jazzwealth.com. Sometimes the streams don't go as well. Today could be a rough day, I'll be honest with you, but we're going to make our way through it. Quick shout out to whoever thought this was a good idea, by the way. You guys just send me random stuff. I don't know who sent this. It came delivered from the wine store, and I don't know if you can see it. It's peanut butter whiskey. So I'm not sure who thought that was a good idea. We all tried it, and all agree that it's not going to be the latest acquisition by Diageo like Ryan Reynolds' Aviation Gin. That was bad. So I don't know who decided to send that, but boy, you wasted your money because that does not taste good. Maybe put it in a pie or something, but that's weird. I like to share, of course, the names of people that send stuff in, but I have no idea who sent that. So if that was you, let me know. Whoever wants to take credit for that, that's where we're at. Let's talk about the stock markets here today. You got the Dow lower on the day just by a little bit. You got the S&P slightly higher. The NASDAQ led the way again. The Russell 2000 looked pretty good overall. Going to go over to the charts here, and this is going to be a little bit odd today. Bear with me. It's a different chart that I have to use today. Having some problems with the other ones there. And so let's just go on over here. There you go. You can see the S&P 500 not quite making it to new highs overall, or not quite yet. Tried to make new highs, but now this is resistance, right? This overhead high here we're using as resistance. We talked about that on Thursday. That remains the case if you're looking at that. We'll use the ETF today to follow the NASDAQ. That's going to be at new record highs there. NASDAQ 100 now up 30% year to date. Tesla was one of the bigger contributors for the day. Great day, actually. Up 11%, I believe. 11.3% on the day there. NVIDIA was also a big contributor for the NASDAQ as well. Those were the two biggest contributors if you're looking around. That's up 7% there. And Amazon, I think, was the third largest contributor overall, but not that big of a deal. 1.1%, still a good day. Can't discount that for them. So that's the NASDAQ. We take a look over at the Dow here. You got the Dow hinting at making new highs. This one's a little bit behind. The way it goes right now, the NASDAQ's at highs, S&P's next up, then the Dow, then the Russell is where things are as of now. The Dow and the Russell could be fighting it out for third place there. We'll see. As of now, that's not the case there. Darn financials held back the Dow today and the financial sector. Goldman Sachs a little bit lower on the day, 2.3%. It was some of the same names we've been seeing here. You got American Express pulling back there as well. And JP Morgan, another name inside the Dow that held things back from being a positive day. It was really just the financials, and Boeing pulled back a little bit there as well. That's pretty much it for the market indices. We're all waiting for the S&P to maybe make new highs, but we need a catalyst. We need some reason, right? You had the House bring back everybody to Washington, but they came back to vote on the post office thing and to hear from the Postmaster General. They didn't come back to talk about the stimulus. Right? So kind of a slap in the face to all of us out there that, maybe need help with some of that stimulus there. Anyways, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you see the FinTips videos we got this week. Today, we did large cap dividend stocks to buy, but I took it a step further to try to highlight our research section, jazzwealth.com/research. Can't be a customer of Jazz. Maybe you want to help us out there and join us in the research. The idea of not telling you what stocks to pick, but showing you a list and then dissecting it from there. So today's video was a great one on that one there. Wednesday, we got retirement plan for a 54-year-old, actually, that did okay. They got a decent amount of money, so it's not going to be one of those where they're playing catch-up. What are the considerations for someone that is in their 50s and they've done a good job? They've saved enough there and maybe have some other strategies that we could take a look at. And then on Friday, we'll do a quick one for four tips for small business owners as far as retirement goes. So something we want to take a look at there. Wine and Wealth, it's a class that we do every Thursday for customers. This Thursday, we're probably going to focus on warrants. A lot of our customers were just awarded warrants for one of the stocks that we have in our portfolios. What does it mean? When will we choose to exercise them? If so, what's sort of the rules about that? We might go over that on Wednesday. And in our research section on Friday, I did a video, Trump versus Biden versus volatility, how to tell what the stock market's looking for there. And tomorrow, I'm going to share with you how can you specifically tell if airline stocks will go higher. We'll give a list of the airline stocks. We will show some of the criteria, well, basically the only criteria that Wall Street's looking at right now in terms of airline performance going forward. There you go. Let's go over to the sector breakdown here for the day and see what we've got. You got 7 sectors higher, 4 sectors lower on the day. And bear with me here. We'll go like this. You got consumer discretionary was the leader too, new highs there, up 1.3% on the day, largely because of Home Depot, one of the better performers there, hitting new highs, a great one. We happen to own it. We're excited about that. Lowe's in the mix as well. This is going to be because of home builder sentiment numbers that came out. We'll cover that here in just a little bit, but those were a couple of the better performers there. Then you had real estate and technology duking it out for second place. Real estate largely not getting anything done lately, but technology sitting there just hinting at new highs overall. NVIDIA had an upgrade today in the tech sector, which is the reason you see that sucker moving higher. They've got earnings on Wednesday, actually, so you got a lot of volatility headed for that one. Visa, we've been talking about this potential breakout here. It's coming back. It's trying. It's going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and it just keeps hinting at that breakout. We'll see what happens there. Moving on, we've got healthcare taking fourth place overall, and you had healthcare, consumer staples, materials, technology, real estate, all basically in the same camp today. That's a good thing, by the way. To have that many sectors fighting for position there is good news, really, if you're taking a look at getting the markets to move to new highs. United Healthcare, well, basically the insurers were the only ones that didn't really participate. United Healthcare, Humana, I believe, was a touch lower, about 0.5% lower on the day. Still very strong overall, but they did not participate today. Everything else in that sector largely did well. Financials. There you go. You got financials, still a problem. Boy, it's continuing the pullback from last week. It's all the same names. Look, you got JP Morgan. So JP Morgan is one of the positions that Warren Buffett's team has reduced their positions on, and Wells Fargo. The latest filing came out to show that. So Wells Fargo lower on the day, and very, very weak, by the way. But the other stocks went lower as well. You had Citigroup down about 3% on the day. You had Goldman Sachs. Boy, I really don't like this. Goldman Sachs lower on the day by about 2.3%, and that largely held back the sector. By the way, Berkshire Hathaway reducing their financial positions, that stock was actually lower as well, and that's the largest stock in the the financial sector. So this is the largest holding in the financial space, Berkshire Hathaway. We'll go over to oil. I'll have to use the ETF today, which I dislike this one a lot. Maybe I can just kind of zoom in. Oil hinting at trying to make that breakout. It was up 2% today. $42.94 a barrel is where it landed. I want to look at a few other areas real quick, not necessarily sectors, but you got the home builders. XHB is the ETF we use to highlight that. You can also use the ITB, but the XHB includes all of the other companies that support home builders. Basically, with those home builder sentiment numbers, they came out, it was kind of a funny story actually. They were supposed to come out at 10 o'clock. That's when we get the numbers. Instead, they came out at 8:07. 805, 806, somewhere right in there, because they were really good. I guess they got excited there overall. That's going to be my bad right there. That's a Monday mistake right there. Anyways, they did really well. Home builder sentiment numbers come in as 74, expecting 78. Because of that, you got the home builders as the leaders in that sector. Toll Brothers, killing it, looking really strong there. Lennar, oh, yeah, that is Lennar. Looking good there. And Dr. Horton, biggest contributors overall there. So pretty cool if you're looking at different areas of the market in general. Going over to new highs, new lows for the day. Let us see what we have here. New highs, new lows. 29 of them in total. You got Limited Brands as one of them. I think we'll go over here. There you go. I want to show on the charts there. Limited Brands, real strong day overall there. Limited Brands now up over 50% just for the month with today's gain. Extra 8% higher on the day. So Limited Brands doing real well. I thought that was a notable new high for the day. I think my mouse button is broken or something. That's not going to be that stock. We'll look at Walmart as the next one because I put them on a list in order for you there. Walmart hitting new highs. Curious little breakout there. If you're looking at Walmart in the consumer discretionary space, I would argue maybe some of the staple space as well. Looking good for Walmart. You've got Intercontinental Exchange. This is a breakout. Take a look at this range here. This is the exchanges. In the financial space, I've mentioned numerous times that the leaders are the exchanges. The laggards are the large sort of global center banks and things like that. So looking good for Intercontinental Exchange, continuing to look good overall. Over to the semiconductor space, you got KLA 10 core. That's a little mini breakout here and in a strong sector. Semiconductors doing well, getting a little bit of help there, of course, from NVIDIA and their upgrades today. Remember, NVIDIA's got earnings coming up. And Union Pacific in the rails, been mentioned numerous times here. Those rails in the industrials, break it down to the transports, look at the rails. The rails have been sticking out as that sector with the, industry with the relative strength overall, and looking good there. So notable new highs today, not a whole lot of them. And you've got basically, I kind of joke at the maybe musical chairs sort of thing, because a lot of these are very extended. If you own them when the music stops, you're likely to see some severe profit taking there. So hopefully you're enjoying taking some of your profit if you happen to have stocks on the new high list there. All right, we're going to go over to the watch list for the day. And the watch list for the day, we're trying to do something just a little bit different while I bring this guy up here. Just interesting patterns. What looks interesting out there? No real fanciness today. Sometimes I go real geeky on you guys. I just had fun kind of spending a little time looking for interesting technical patterns. So we'll go over them. Cerner is going to be the first one there in the NASDAQ. You got a series of higher lows. So technical traders like that. It means the selling is less and less and less as time progresses. And pretty much a series of equal highs there. So this one hinting at a breakout with sort of a limited range. About 80 bucks would be your limited range there if you're taking a look there. You've got Altria looking similar. So a series of higher lows. It just broke out of this little range here and it's holding up nicely. So it's a consumer staple stock, big dividend stock and all. Looking good. Also this most recent multi-bar pullback to the moving average, the 20-period moving average, is something that technical traders like to look for entry spots, right? So you have a big overall technical pattern you're interested in, and then you want to know, where do I get in? You look for that pullback towards an average price that you're interested in, and as you see the reversal, which was today, that would maybe indicate sort of your entry point, your buy spot there. So you've got the reason why you would want to buy the stock, bigger technical pattern. When do you buy the stock? When you get that pullback there. At least that's what's going on if you happen to take a look there. Moving on. There you go. You got Progressive in the mix there as well. This one I thought was interesting because it broke out and it's holding up. Maybe it pulls back a little bit, but you'd expect no more than a pullback to around this area right here, which maybe is about 84 bucks or so. Right now it's not pulling back, it's not doing that, but with a couple days down in the market, maybe that'll bring it back into an area where you could get excited about taking a look at the stock. Can't tell you to buy or whatever there, but there you go. Here you go. Here's a good one. Same sort of picture here, right? Higher lows, right? And then you've got this breakout above highs, not really the cleanest breakout, but as it pulls back, you're starting to find that buyers have found that that is an interesting entry point for them. So very similar to Altria there if you're taking a look over there. Now let's look at the downside here. Alaska Airlines. Very weak, a series of equal lows. So your big pattern is that if this thing breaks down, there's not a lot holding it up from there. And maybe that's a reason why you want to either sell what you have or short the position back down towards the $22.50, $23 area. It's not a huge profit margin there, but give you some weak ideas as well. If the airlines get weak, this one's already weak to begin with. So relative weakness in this stock relative to the overall industry there of the airlines. Again, tomorrow in the research section, we'll be posting kind of an interesting way to look at that in addition to September slowdown for airlines and some other criteria as well to try to help you out. Learn a little bit more, you know? And then into it, you got maybe just a little bit of a breakout hinting here. So series of equal highs. You already know you've got the higher lows, everything just showing that the selling is less and less and less. Tax season's behind you. You have a reason for them to focus more on tech versus the revenue they bring in from all of their other products as well. We'll see. So that's our list of the watch list there. If tech gets popular again, particularly software and the large cap software stocks, maybe you see some of this stuff break out. So these are watch list items. And like we always do, we just try to give you a watch list so that you can say, okay, I don't like some of these, but I like this one. I'll hang on to that. I'll check in on it in a few days, see what's going on there. All right, moving over to stocks in the news. Yeah, let's do some stocks in the news here. First one's going to be the one that got a lot of attention today. The symbol GOLD, this is gold, but not gold as in the pure play, it's the company, right? Berkshire Hathaway took 21 million shares in this stock. It's a gold miner. 20.9 million shares, Mr. Berkshire Hathaway there. About $600 million. That is not going to be Warren Buffett himself taking the position. It's likely going to be one of the two other henchmen out there that do smaller positions. There's two guys that usually are responsible for positions that are like 900 million, 800 million, maybe pushing $1 billion. But Warren Buffett himself is the one that does the larger positions there. Also, real quick, not on the list, Warren Buffett also sold out of Occidental Petroleum. He used them for the dividend, got the dividend, then got out of the way. Man, that was a rough, kind of a rough, tough guy play that he did there. But anyways, that position done for him in the last quarter. Home Depot hitting new highs. That's the consumer, the home building sentiment numbers that came out. Helped that sector, helped anything that related to home builders, your painters, your carpet makers, all that stuff that goes into the new homes. They did well today. And I think Home Depot, what was it, Wall Street Journal said traffic in the store is up 35% year over year. that certainly helps there as well. Chinese company, they're going to be in the news here a lot lately. JD.com reported earnings and sales that came in better than expected. Stock was up about 8% on the day, looking pretty good there, almost back to new highs. Lockheed Martin got a contract for to build the F-16s, but for Taiwan. So it was like $6 billion, something like that. Stock was really basically flat on the day. It's not a large contract, but still good for them. And that stock was in the news today. And lastly, Pinduoduo. If you happen to be looking at this is a Chinese, they're an online retailer. So think of like clothing and stuff like that, but they do it all online in China. They don't make a profit, by the way, and this will be getting added to the NASDAQ 100 later this next week, actually. So there you go. Obviously, it's done really well in terms of performance, but they don't make any money. So that is what you have there. All right, wrapping this thing up, and then maybe we'll take some of your questions tomorrow. Advanced Auto Parts, Home Depot with their earnings, Kohl's, Walmart, Cree, and Lazy Boy. Walmart reporting earnings is kind of like the not official end, it's the unofficial end of earnings season. So when Walmart reports, there will still be lots of other retailers that report, but largely we'll just expect that earnings season is done. We'll all move on, focus on other things going forward. Dividends, you got Con Edison, 77 cents, Target, 68 cents, Marathon, 58 cents, Walgreens, 47, Archer Daniels, 36, VMC, 34, and Aflac, 28 cents overall. I'll take a chance here and try to answer some of your questions and see if I do this right. We're going to give it a shot here, and then if it doesn't work out, I will take it from there. But let's see. If you have a question for us, maybe we can do something. And seriously, peanut butter whiskey. I mean, it tastes like peanut butter and whiskey. If you're just curious, you don't have to spend the money. It tastes like peanut butter and whiskey. You took the peanut butter and you dripped the whiskey. It's what it tastes like. Andy, which company, Penn or Duncan, has the best balance sheet considering the NFL is about to start college? Good question. He wants to know. I think Penn National has more star power, I think you'd have to say, if you ask me overall. These are very tough companies to invest in. You are assuming everything comes back to normal. It's kind of like investing in the airlines. I don't know if you've looked up airline tickets and stuff lately. You could pretty much go anywhere you want, provided there's a route there, and it's cheap. Literally, I was thinking about going to Ohio to ride some roller coasters. $35 round trip to get there, and it was like 6 people on the plane. I don't know if they would cancel the flight or what, but so it's kind of like that, right? You're investing in the world and the economy coming back on track there. I have a tough time there. I would be very particular or very small with a position if I was looking at one of those two or both. When does Berkshire make those announcements of what they bought? It's not an announcement, it's a filing. So it's the 13F, I think, and they come out once a quarter. It's required that they file those. You can actually look them up for any company, hedge fund, or anything like that to see positions. Warren Buffett gets attention because it's Warren Buffett, right? So that's what that is there. It's not an announcement. It's actually... if you just search, you could probably search like any, Yahoo Finance or something. You could probably find the total filing and see all the positions there. There's software and stuff that'll tell you, but that's it. Anthony says, if we know Tesla and Apple are going to split, other than the dividend, why not wait until after the split? Why not wait until after? Oh, you want to buy it? Doesn't really matter. It's up to you. Whether you want to buy it before, whether you want to buy it after, really doesn't matter. For a younger trader, what would you suggest for a retirement plan if it's too broad of a question? Well, okay, so you're saying a younger trader. So let's disconnect that for a second. You got your trading, and you'll have some capital you put towards that. Retirement is going to be the turtle of the race, right? The slow and steady. So it often is very difficult to dissect the two because over here, you're sort of back and forth, you're doing a lot of stuff. It makes you want to be active in your retirement account. So I would say the same thing. When it comes to retirement, it is what is the number that you have to save for? And once you have that and you're putting those dollars away, go over there, put some money in your trading account, get better and better and build that capital because retirement's already taken care of. As far as retirement plan, I think it should be focused more on the number first. If you have to save $100 a month or whatever it is, then you get that started up, let the rest of it go towards your trading, and then start saying, okay, well, it's $100 a month going away. Where's the best place to put it? So take it step by step. Yep. Matthew, slick picture, by the way. Oh, Matthew looking sharp. See that picture? I need one of them, man. Let's go over here like that. Hey, Matthew, if you didn't talk so much about peanut butter cups, you wouldn't have gotten such a thoughtful gift. Oh, well, there's a difference between Reese's and, of course, I love those, man. The new thick double, they can't make those big enough, in my opinion. But I don't know that we should have dipped them in whiskey. I'm sorry. Not for me. Do all the analysts have to come back and redo their price targets after a stock split, or is it just adjusted automatically based on a percentage? It's just, they'll change it. I mean, the system that you look at or your platform or whatever will likely adjust it, but analysts will just say split adjusted from there. So it's basically just on August 31st for Apple anyways, it'll just happen overnight. You'll just see the difference there. What are your thoughts on Walmart going forward? Obviously, today's a great day. I mean, look good for that, breaking out to new highs, a lot of momentum behind it. I have a little trouble with earnings. We're buying stocks right around earnings. We know we've got earnings tomorrow there. Walmart expected to do $1.26 a share, but I don't know if that's where that lands. But have a trouble buying stocks right around earnings because all that extra volatility is baked in there, and that worries me a little bit. What's the madness behind Tesla stock? I feel like I don't have the perspective to see the growth strictly based on the stock. Well, you have a lot of people saying, how does SpaceX integrate with this? Will it integrate with this in the future? I don't think so, but will it? Obviously, they're working on other stuff as well. Expansion's going well, products and everything, potential battery expansion there. So there's a lot going on with the company, and basically what people are doing right now is saying all of that is going to go perfectly. There's not going to be any hiccups, and this is why it's worth that much now, paying for future success and things like that. Nothing wrong with that as long as it works. Where do you pull companies' financial statements? Just in a platform. You're using I don't know what platform you're using, but Schwab or TD Ameritrade or whatever, you can look up the company's financials. Should all be updated right away. I don't think there's any secret to that. I like it. Cool. We done? Thoughts on casino stocks? You like Wynn. Well, this is in that same category, right? You're assuming life is going to get back to normal for them. Revenues are going to be good, not only here for Wynn, but also Macau. So there's a lot of things going on over there that don't often make headlines here in the States, but you're assuming all of that's going to get back to normal. And people, not only are the casinos open, that's one thing, is just open a casino, but you need people to come back to the casino. So that's a tough one. I'd be cautious to have any significant positions in these. I like the idea of starting positions on down days and things like that, but these are tough. Case in point, by the way, we'll make that our last question. Case in point is Universal here in Orlando announced yesterday that they're closing 2 of their hotels, Sapphire Falls and something else, because there's nobody there. And I can attest to that. 2 weeks ago, I went over there and we stayed at, what was the one? It was a good one. Or it was a cool hotel. I can't think of the name of it, but that's going to kill me. What was the name of the hotel I stayed at? Charlie. What was the name of the hotel I stayed at? In Orlando?
The one that I was at?
Come on. Yeah, it was the same one.
The Lowe's Sapphire.
Nope. Was it? No.
I stayed at.
Shoot, I can't remember which one it was. Sapphire was on the thing. But anyways, they're closing that one and they're closing another one because people aren't going. There was nobody there. So when you think about the casino stocks, it's the same thing. Just because they're all open and getting back to work, what's the traffic like? That's going to be the real focus there. I love it. Darn it, I can't think of the name of that play. It was really nice. But anyways, we'll wrap it up there. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me here today. And thank you to whoever sent the peanut butter whiskey. I'm going to find somebody that's deserving of that and maybe re-gift a open bottle. Enjoy. We'll see you later.